Okay. Okay, guys. So that toot, how does that happen? When a bus or a big vehicle, they put their banks closed, yet there's someone standing right outside of it, waiting for me to come out and see him. It's closed, the bank. It's not using the bank when the car comes in. Perfect timing. And it has some weird designs on it. Usually, some, not a lot, very few actually. Gang stalking cars, they have certain designs on them. They like them colored. And this one looks weird, but color's gotten into an accident. They like to show you weirdness, weird things that distract you, that grab your attention. So you start paying attention to them because they want to drive you crazy. That's the whole point. And they shut the door hard. As long as you hear daily at least about 100, 150 doors shut, then you're in a nice gang stalking program. They're reaching their gang stalking door shutting quota. I'm not kidding, guys. That's how it works. I have to hear every day when I leave my house, any plaza I walk into, anywhere, at least about 10, 20 doors in every place shut and open. Especially cars, because they make a lot of noise. They like to use their trunks a lot, these people too. I've showed you videos before on that. How they open their trunk, put in their one small bag that you can pretty much put in your lap, and then they shut the trunk hard. As soon as I get there, not right away, they stand there, pretend they're looking for something. As soon as I get close to the car, boom. You gotta remember, it's a noise campaign. That's what this is called. It's a noise campaign. Noise campaign, how do they make noise for you? They started in my building over the last 3 months, mysteriously, God knows how many projects to renovate the building. And it's housing, metro housing, and they just have a couple years ago, about 3 or 4 years ago, they've changed the kitchen, cupboards, everything. They did the same thing again now, 3 years later. Guys, if you lived in condominiums, they won't do that to you. All right, why? To create noise for me. How else could they do it? They have to do it in an indirect way. By the way, every morning, as soon as I get up, sometimes not as soon as I open my eyes, but as soon as I'm clear that I'm up, I'm not gonna go back to sleep, I hear the cop sirens right away. That's the signal for all the gang stalkers in the neighborhood to know that I'm awake, so they should get ready in case I leave. I figured that out by now. Maybe it's like that, maybe it's different for other people, but for me, that's the signal. Now I know for a fact. I've been watching it over the last 2 months. Every morning. As soon as I get up, nighttime, afternoon, doesn't matter. How do they know when I get up? I don't know. I watched a whole bunch of gang stalking documentaries where they show you how they have your whole apartment surveilled with cameras and through your neighbor's apartment next door. That's how they set it up. So obviously these things have to pass by you when you're relaxed and in a good mood because you'd notice them more. And they're dressed weird. They're either dressed really warm or really cold for the weather for you to notice, you know, unappropriate. And they're moving. Look what he's doing with his hands, with his fingers. Keeps on moving, his hands and his fingers. So these are all the things that they do for you to try to throw you off your game. You're concentrating. I'm telling you guys a story on the video, and look what happens. I mention it. So that's what they do to throw you off. This guy, to make movement, he grabs his hair. He lifts his hand up and puts it on his head. It's movement. This guy over there, I'm going to report him to the cops soon. Every day, he doesn't live in my building. And every time I leave my building, I see him. That's stalking. That's from the next building, not even mine. There you go, by the way. There's another car stalking me here. As soon as I get to the exit, they come. On a Sunday, guys. Don't forget, today's a Sunday. This guy. And bikes. They love those. I see them every day. This guy. I'm going to report this guy because he lives in the next building and I always see him stalking me. There you go. So you can report certain people stalking you because they can't charge them. If you see on camera the same day when you leave your building, every day, the same person, you're bumping into them on the street and they don't live in your building in the next one, that's stalking. How many coincidences can the coincidence? Look at the amount of cars. Look. Those are all stalkers, guys. All of them. Today's a Sunday, guys. Sunday. Look at the street. Look at it, how it became now. Look at the running over there. Remember I told you about the running? On purpose, they wait and force themselves to, no, they put themselves in a situation to run. This one I see her at least 3 times a week, this one. That's another stalker I can report. 3rd time I see her. So, especially this one with the dog. She's the one who told me that's the government that's doing this for me. I've seen her at least maybe 6 times in the last month. She's the one who actually admitted to me. She told me it's government. I go, who's doing this to me? She goes, it's government. I swear to God to you guys. So it's not government way high up. Yes, the orders come from there, but the people who do most of the work is the police station in your neighborhood, and pretty much all these people that they get to stalk you, the civilians. I have military planes crossing my building all night long, guys. Sometimes every 2 minutes there's one. I can hear them. It's like they're about to land. And I live in an area where we shouldn't even see airplanes or even hear them. And you heard that brake release for the TTC. They specifically, every time, and he was moving, he wasn't stopped. That's the handbrake. It makes this sound. It goes, whoosh. Look at the kid, the way he's swinging his arms. Another gang stalking kid. That's what they teach them. That's gang stalking. And kids, you can't really film them much because they're probably making accusations. I saw a whole bunch of gang stalking things, and they say don't film kids because then they made accusations about you, rumors that they either sexual assaults or pedophiles. God knows what they tell people. Well, that's what they say about when they want to gang stalk you. They come up with crazy things and try to label you with them, so your community hates you. That you have, and specifically they say don't film that. So I don't. I just put it there quick and take it out just to show you guys their movements, at least what they teach them what to do. Right? So to synthesize you, they purposely bring those through here so you can go around in another way, but don't. It doesn't matter. Keep your route exactly the way it is, and just see on a Sunday even how many people I bumped into on the way back to my building in an area it's not busy. Guys who think, oh, it's normal to be this busy, guys, ask people who live in Toronto. This is Victoria Park and Shepherd on a Sunday. It's 11 o'clock right now, 11:15 a.m. All right, this is madness. Besides, they're the same people that stalk me every day. This one too. She always laughs. They make her laugh that she's crazy. So you see something weird. See how she's laughing, pretending she's crazy? She's not. She's a sneaky, evil woman. She almost wanted to charge me once here for no reason. She accused me of spitting on her. She wanted to call the cops on me, and I never have. So they make them do these weird things in front of you. So you see these weird things. It's street theater. She laughs that she's trying to act that she's crazy. There's nothing wrong with her. They just want you to see weird things, because it's weirdness is what brings you back to the physical realm, makes you pay attention to your surroundings, takes you off your track. They're talking. Listen. So this is the street theater that you go through, on a Sunday. It's just by my house, this place. I just went to one right back home. I bumped into over 100 people. It's not the amount of people only, guys. Look at their actions and their faces. Look how mean they look, the way they're looking at you, the way they're treating you. This is what you have to look at. It's not just the number of people. There's nothing wrong with seeing a lot of people around you. It's this negative energy that they bring in with them, and this bad intention. And they're applying psychological warfare. In what sense? I could have, for example, eaten in my house an apple today, and it's not season for apples. You go out on the street and you see these people eating an apple. That's psychological warfare. That's what they do to you. That they know what you're doing inside your house. That they are surveilling you. They know. That's what they do to you. For example, let's say it's not the season for apples, and I had one this morning. I'd go out on the street and see them or a couple of people eating apples in front of me. They'd look at me. As soon as I look at them, they bite the apple. That's the type of psychological warfare that they pull on you with gang stalking. Anyway, it's been a good video. It's Sunday. Even here. How you doing? So, Sunday, 11. Sunday today, right? Sunday? Church. You going to church? Well, at least I justified it. I had to justify it, guys. So, every time I leave the building and I come back, I ended up bumping into everybody. So you tell me if that's stalking or not.